Hey up again, John. Right, let's get some colour on these panels. So what I'm doing now is basically we're going to do the black first. So I'll just show you how I've set this up and gone about it. So first thing was I've cleaned. This is my base coat thinners. There's a new tub of hardener. There's the black paint lot. So recording this, I've got my paint code if we need some more to go back to. So basically what I've done is, because I ain't put any of this on for nearly a year, so I've just gone and got my mixing ratio. So basically it's 2 parts paint, 1 part of the hardener, and then 10% of the volume of base coat thinners, which is 15 mils. So I'm basically going to mix 150, 165 mils of paint every time. I'm not going to mix loads because, as I've said, I've got a 20-minute window with whatever I mix, and then it starts going off. So it's a bit of a, got to move a bit fast with this. So if you have to keep mixing, I just keep mixing. You know, keep the wastage down. And yeah, so again I've cleaned off all the tops here because these have gathered dust, so we're pouring stuff in, we don't want dust going in, so everything's been cleaned, wiped down, ready to use. So if we go back to the etch primer that we've just used, basically there's about a 3-4 month window on that little bit we've got left now. So any jobs that I've got to clear up, I've got to make a mental note that sort of, where are we now, November, so December, January, February, sort of middle of March, that's got to go in the bin if I've not used it. And same with this hardener here that I'm going to open in a minute, the Capsy one. So as I'm doing the bikes, I've got to think about paint and products and life of products. So when you think about it, we've got over sort of the next three to 4 months, we've got 2 bandits to paint completely. So I've got to remember this, especially the big tin of hardener activator. So mental note, we've got 4 months to get that paint work done before this stuff's shit and you've got to get another one. I mean, it's like about 30 quid a tin. So you know, you've got to make a mental note, your paint products, how long you've got to use them, and if you forget and you come, oh, I've not had this long, and you mix it and then the paint works shit, then you've only got yourself to blame. So what I've done is basically we're ready to go again. I've just hoovered up, glued Henry out, and putting the cardboard down was a better idea than sheeting it down. Also the glossing of it in here, everything's just, it's wipeable. I've got most of it off for now, but we're going to paint again, but it's so easy to keep this clean now, so really pleased with that. Right, so a quick brew and a fag, and then we'll start and we'll get some black on these, what we've got to do black. Incidentally, John, before I start, the way that I'm looking at this today is because I've got so much to paint, and as I've said before, it was like, oh, I've got to rush, try and get it done. I'm not. So if we get the black on today, that's good. If we get any further than the black, I mean, might wrap this up today, I don't know, because it's like 1:30 now in the afternoon, and I've got till probably about 9, 9:30 tonight to get finished. So in between then, fag break, coffee break, you know, let stuff dry, keep on top of the paint, mixing, etc. But I'm not trying to kill myself doing it. If, you know, we don't get it all done today, tomorrow's another day, the day after's another day, and that's the way for me that I've got to look at stuff now instead of trying to rush it and you know, because you've got to put bloody videos out for YouTube. So that's how I'm looking at it. So let's get the black on and we'll see how far we can get. Okay, John, so you can see I've got black paint here. Ta-da. Right, so we've used 165 mils of paint, so I'm going to whip the mask on and show you what I've got with 165 mils of paint. So when you think on let's have a look, basically on these, so you got 500 mils in one of them. So I've used about, I don't know, let's say about a third of that, one of those tins on all of this using the gun. So let's have a look. So what you've got to remember is basically the finish. So if you look at that, it looks nice, doesn't it? That's only that's coat number 1. When you look at some of this other shit that people are using, it looks shite, doesn't it? That's why I use 2K black, well, 2K paint, because it's it's a no-brainer, the finish. It's sort of, if you're going to do a bite, do it properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break now, because I've basically had timed myself. I've got 20 minutes, so I was moving pretty fast, on off, spray. So basically, like I say, that's the first coat. So I'm going to come back again, mix the same amount of paint, because I've got those bigger like the mud guards and things to do. By that time this will have dried off enough for a second coat, so whatever paint I've got left, then I can go with a second coat, then mix again the third time, and that should complete the black. So right, coffee and a bit of toast time, and I'll come back, mix up, and we'll get a first coat on the rest. Right, John, we had a paint emergency. Run out of black, mate, so I've had to go and get another quart. Also, my gun's acting up, it's making a right funny noise, so I've had to nip and get a cheap minigun to carry on. I'm going to carry on with the gun for the parts, but when it comes to the panels, we're going to use a new one. So right, I've got another quart of where are we? Dun. Yeah, another quart of black. We're not going to use all this, we're probably going to use half of it to finish the job off. So I've got some for another day, because this will keep, your base coat will keep. So right, I'll get the second coat on all this, and we'll come back and have a look, and then I think we'll get the red on the panels, because we're okay for time, so we'll keep going. Right, John, all the black's done, so I'll show you now. So there we have it. So it's sort of tacky dry now. So what I should do is I'll leave them hanging up in here overnight. That should sort of give it enough to be able to handle them and carefully get them in the house then for about a week or so, to just let it cure near the radiator. It's not turned out too bad, but it's better than what it was in it. So right, I've got the getting the panels ready. We're going to do the red next. So we're still alright for time. It's about 5 o'clock now, so we can get the red done. Maybe we can get the old finished, but we'll see. Just going to see how we go. So next one's is red, and again it's in the 2-pack solid red, which I'm going to mix the same as I did the black, exactly the same. So we're trying out the new gun. The old gun went a bit peaked on, it's knackered. So basically got similar again. I've just nipped down the paint shop, so got one of them. It's called the Fast Mover. It's supposed to be pretty good guns. So at the end of the day I had 3 years out of the other thing, and it was about a tenner off eBay, so not done bad. So see how this one goes. So I'll put the first coat on, mate, then we'll come back and have a look. I'm not going to show you how to mix it again because it's exactly the same as what I've just done. I'll be back. Right, John, I've got paint all over my face, haven't I? My fucking glasses are red. Right, we've got the red on, mate, so I'm going to just whip the mask on and I'll take you in there and I'll show you. And another thing I'm going to say is, you know, when people say, oh, I'm getting a compressor and I'm going to get a spray gun and I'm going to start spraying, I'm moving on from rattle cans, look at this fucker, this is what they don't get. Honestly, mate, you can take a fucking horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Right. Here we go. So, look at this lot. Right, this is the fallout from the paint. You know, and people say, oh, I want to start using the gun. Fuck me, they just don't get it. Right. So, there's our one of the tank panels. There's the rear panel. There's the other one of the tank panels. There's our back panels, side panels. That's that black scratched up headlight thing we got. So again, John, if you notice, I painted inside, as you can see in there, okay? Then, got the mud guard, and look at the fucking mess, look at it. So imagine that all over your fucking garden or wherever you're going to do it. I tell you, they don't get it. Fucking spraying with a gun is a totally different ball game to spraying with a fucking can. Yes, it's the same product. Well, it isn't it in, because most of it's acrylic shit off the shelf from Wilco's. Do you know what I'm saying? But totally different ball game. That's the fallout that you get. That's why I've got that room. That's why I've got an extractor. That's why I'm wearing, you know. Alright, I've not got breathing apparatus because I don't do that much of it that I fucking need it. But for fuck's sake, you know, people need to sort of try and understand and watch shit and before they think they know how to do it, do the fucking research and go and research it, because you don't just pick a fucking spray gun up and you know, there's a lot of things to consider, and that is basically what happens, the fucking mess. Right, mate, so I'm going to give them 10 minutes just to dry off. I'm going to shift the silver in and we'll get on with the silver. Okay? Incidentally, John, when we're doing the silver, so that's a 2K base coat, and then we've got to do a clear coat. And again, timing is the essence with this thing. It still wants to be, so we're going to give it 2 coats of silver, and then we're going to give it 20 minutes, then we're going to have to rush round and then hit it with the clear, probably 2 coats of clear, and then after that it can all sit here and dry, and that's got the paint out of the way. So yeah, I've got to try and remember the mixing ratios for the base coat, because it's been nearly a year, so I'm just going to look that up, get the ratios right, mix some silver up, and we'll put the silver on. Okay, John, just before I do put this silver on, I'll just show you, because basically the amount of dust, I'm not at even, so, you know, and I don't spray up against public walls and shit like that. So I've had a bit of a hoover round, So yeah, we've got that area there, but that's gone into the cardboard. But I've got most of the dust up. So again with the extractor, so it's not spitting, you know, shit out onto my work. So I've got everything ready now to do the silver. So the mixing ratio for the base coat is a 50-50. I thought it was, but I just had to check. So basically, we've got the silver there. Look, shift my car keys. So I've got the silver there. So it's 50-50-50. So if I want to make 200 mils, which I'm going to do to start off with, it's 100 of that, and then 100 of the base coat thinners, which is there. Okay, with no hardener or anything in this. That comes again later when we do the clear coat. So I'll mix up and we'll get some silver on. Right, mate. We've done the first silver base coat. I'll show you. So it's quick fag of the coffee time. Then we'll do the other base coat, and then we'll put the what I'm going to do, John, is I'll mix the clear up. I'll do it, and then I'll show you the end result, because we're sort of nearly 8 o'clock. I've got an hour to try and wrap this up. So I'm on it, mate. We'll have a look at the end result. Right, John. Two coats of base coat on the silver. I'm just having a fag, finish my coffee. We'll get the clear on and we'll wrap this shit up. So there we go. I know the light's a bit crap, but there we go. Gives you the general gist. So coffee fag, mix the clear coat, and the clear coat should tell me on the tin what it is. I think it's 100 to 50, because it says so on the tin. So it's 100 parts clear to 50%, you know, to half of the hardener, which is there. So I'm going to mix up, mate. I'm going to have a fag fast, fag coffee, and then I'll get the clear on. We'll have a look. We'll call it a day. Right, John, we've run out of time, mate. It's 10 to 9. I'm going to go in a minute and upload this lot, but I'll just chuck my mask on. All we've got to do is one more coat of clear on all this lot, but I've done one, so I'll let you have a look. I've got to put this on because it's still fucking deadly in there. Here we go. I've got a fucking drip there. That's good. Got a bit of a drip job on the old clear, but if I'm not losing any sleep, I can nib it off. So I've got another one here. Ooh, shit happens. But again, it's a Chinese bike. We're not going for a, you know, a mega finish, but it's not turned out too bad. So again, one more coat of clear,
support bottoms are done. So engine covers.
So yeah, I've got a couple of drips here and there, but you can sand them and plat them out, so I'm not losing no sleep. So we'll just have a look at the rest of it, what we've got done. So we're more or less there. I've just got those grills. You see them up there, look. Just got to give them another waft of black, but this is it. So red's turned out absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Well happy, well happy, well happy. Like I said, everything will, it can stop in here tonight and dry, then it will go for curing next to the radiator in the house. We've got it all done, apart from that last bit of clear coat. Remember that nasty mud guard that we took off with all the flaky paint on? There it is. Look at that. Absolutely fucking spanking. Loving it, mate. Well happy with these panels that I got from Mark. Look at that. So yeah, well happy. Been a bit of a slog, mate. But you know, sort of 10 minutes tomorrow, another coat of clear coat, and that's it. Then we can get the engine painted. So basically what it will be is I'll do the clear coating tomorrow, have a massive clear up. Basically it's get the cardboard up and really get all the walls wiped down and everything in there, because to spray that engine is, I'll just put a sheet on the floor. So but yeah, get in there. So hopefully later this week the frame rack and swing arm should come back from powder coat, and we can get this thing together. I reckon 2 weeks, John, we should have this thing up and running and ready for MOT, I hope. So right, mate, I'll see you in the next one.